Angela Rye on CNN last night. They just line up these left-wing hardcore radicals, pretend they're journalists. They invite guests on because they know what these guests are going to say. And here she is. Cut 11, go.
Like, forget Donald Trump for a moment and just think about the symbol of that red hat.
That red hat. That's like a white hood, that red hat. You know, Trump's the grand wizard of the 1600 Pennsylvania Klan over there on Pennsylvania Ave. We know that because Hakeem Jeffries told us. Go ahead.
When I see the Make America Great Again hat now, Chris, I am triggered.
She's triggered. She's triggered. Well, if she's triggered, then I guess we should all burn our hats. We should start burning books. Oh, yes, we need to make the nation safe for, who is it? For Angela Rye. I feel that way whenever I see that CNN logo. I'm triggered like hell. I'm like the horse trigger. I'm triggering all over the place. Go ahead.
Triggered. Andre, I think in a lot of ways our friendship has been compromised by the fact that you continue to support this man. The one thing I will say to you, to be absolutely fair, is more than anybody else that I know on this network, you will regularly take Donald Trump to task. I don't agree with you on this last point. But
okay. Well, then you see, there's a little bit of hope for Andre, whoever that is. A little bit of hope for Andre, because now and then he trashes Trump. Go ahead.
America Great Again hat is just as maddening and frustrating and triggering for me to look at as a KKK hood.
Oh, a KKK hood. So he's a Klansman. He's a Nazi. He's Stalin. And CNN doesn't yank these people? CNN doesn't pull these people? You all know what the Klan did, right? You all know the Klan was the outgrowth of the Democrat Party in the South during Reconstruction, when they opposed President Johnson, President Grant. And you all know, because you listen to this show, that the Klan had an enormous influence on the Democrat Party right into the 20s and 30s. That Franklin Roosevelt's first appointment to the Supreme Court was a former lawyer for the Klansmen and a Klansman in Alabama, Hugo Black. And she's triggered because the Make America Great Again hat reminds her of the Klan. Then she is ignorant about what the Klan is and the Klan did. The Klan hanged people. Several thousand, as a matter of fact. The Klan tortured people, and by people I mean African Americans. The Klan raped women. The Klan did the most horrendous things to black people. The Klan, you know, the militia wing of the old Democrat Party. All the way up to the last century. Segregation. Poll taxes. Literacy tests. All together called Jim Crow. And she's concerned about the MAGA hat. This President of the United States is talked about in ways you wouldn't talk about anybody. Anybody. And yet these broadcast outlets, these newsrooms, they have bookers who ask for these people to come on the programs. And if they're contributors, they pay them to come on the programs because they know what they're going to say. They know how crazy they are. They can't just say, oh, that's a guest. These people aren't banned. They're routinely invited because it jacks up their ratings. What the hell would they do without Donald Trump? But you talk about tone and balkanization. Nothing Trump has tweeted sounds like any of these three kooks. Cuomo, Lemon, and what's her name? Ryan and Rye. None of them. I'll be right back.
Mark Levin.